The rate of home ownership in New Zealand has been remarkably consistent for nearly 100 years, with around 65% of Kiwis owning their own home during most of that time. But there was a blip between 1961 and 1991, which saw that rate increase to a high of 73.8% before dropping back to the long-run average. This blip coincided with a payment called the family benefit, which was paid to families between 1945 and the mid-1980s as a way of encouraging the post-war generation to have more children. Everyone with kids received the weekly amount, which by the 1960s amounted to $6 per child per week. But in 1964, the government changed the law to allow families to capitalise this benefit and take the entire amount payable for a child until age 16 as a lump sum, provided they were using it to buy a first home. This was capped at $4,000 per family, or about $86,000 in today's money. Tens of thousands took up this option until 1986, when the family benefit was replaced by the Family Support Scheme, now known as Working for Families. The new policy targeted support to those who actually needed it, rather than paying it universally, which meant that capitalisation was no longer viable, as a family's circumstances could change and they may not qualify for the program in any given year. So, is it a coincidence that our rate of home ownership peaked just 5 years later in 1991? Probably not, but unlike the family benefit, Working for Families is not universal, so it would be difficult to duplicate the scheme. But not impossible. And if it would lead to a return to the higher levels of home ownership we've had in the past, some would argue that the effort would be worth it.